Hello. I forgot to stop my music. There we go. So, it's time for the first match highlight of the week. So we're gonna start with the minors highlight first. That would be the one that's going up first, and then we'll follow with the majors highlight. And it's also funny because this was the first battle of the UBL this season. This was the first battle that took place. So it says King JDS versus Fungus Among Us. So yeah, I actually don't. So the thing is, I actually did like watch all these battles, but I also, because this match happened like at the start of the week, I actually don't remember much about what happened. I do remember one main thing. I don't even remember the winner. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this again. But yeah, I know this is my match of the, like, a potential match to highlight this week, and like this is it. This is the one we're going with. So let's go. So we can see King JDS as Yveltal. They brought Monferno, which is kind of interesting. Araquanid, Gardevoir, Togetic, and Garchomp, which I don't believe this is Mega. Versus Necrozma Duskmane, T-Tar, Lycanroc, Day. So it has that Sand Rush with the T-Tar. Rabombi, Silvally, and Azu. So let's see what happens. I'm interested to see. So we've got Bacon Bird itself, Yveltal. I'm sorry, like, Shiny Yveltal, it's just a Bacon Bird. I'm sorry to ruin it for you. And we see the Monferno come out, like, so I would expect, like, Monferno's more, like, because, like, Monferno's not as offensive in Infernape, like, you can take the advantage of the Eviolite and just make it, like, super bulky. And obviously you got the Sand Core leading from Amoonguss' side. Hit that Dark Aura up, Standing goes up. And they catch a switch on the Pursuit, actually, which is kind of interesting. This is actually a really good read. Unfortunately, it's just not a lot of damage. Like, maybe even then, like, it's a good read, but like maybe even just going for a Rock Slide there might be better, just because, like, you see what comes in, like your Araquanid, and you're getting Rock Slide damage on that will be nice anyway. Whereas you're not really doing that much to Yveltal. And if you get it wrong, then, like, yeah. We see the Fake Out come out from Monferno, which makes a lot of sense. So we get, like, a safe switch into Araquanid. But I wouldn't call Araquanid safe here, because, yeah. There goes Araquanid. I forgot that Lycanroc got a Z move. I believe it's kind of like how I think it's like Decidueyes and like all the alone starters, where I believe it's 170 base power. So it's pretty strong. Like, that's where I think a lot of Lycanroc's kind of damage output comes from. So yeah. However, on the other hand, that's a CC from Monferno, and I don't like to think, like, we see its Life Orb as well, so we actually know it's a lot more offensive. And I like to think that that was still taking out a T-Tar. Like, I don't, like, it might have, like, base 80 attack, but that's a stab close combat with a Life Orb. I think that's taking out a T-Tar. So, yeah, I wouldn't have expected, like, offensive Monferno. We see a Mach Punch come out, and that's another crit. That one, I think, has more of a chance of mattering. Because a crit, like, Mach Punch isn't super strong. Even with Iron Fist, I don't think that would have killed otherwise. So that crit may have actually mattered. See a D-Gleam come out, not too much. The Sunsteel Strike, gonna bop Gardevoir. And then we're onto a 2-on-2 situation already. Like, Azumarill comes in. So, like, Trick Room would be good here, obviously, because Trick Room Azu. But you don't really have time. But, like, it's kind of weird, because, well, Azu's really good against these last two, which is great. Necrozma's not great here. Necrozma loses to both of these in type advantage, but I'd say, like, Necrozma will beat Monferno, because it's Monferno. So, yeah. We see a Mach Punch come out, not do too much. Dark Pulse will take out the Necrozma, though. And then Playroom comes out into the Monferno, and I think that might be a bit of a mistake. I would say it's a mistake, because Yveltal would hit way harder than a Monferno. So, this way, like, Yveltal might have a chance here with Oblivion Wing. Because that's some pretty solid damage, and Oblivion heals for a lot. But, yeah, Azu's pretty strong. So Azu manages to clutch it out. But that Monferno put on a lot of offensive pressure, and probably a lot more than Amoonguss was expecting. So yeah. But that was a pretty close one off the bat. The UBL didn't put on as much pressure as I think it would have liked to, but that's because, like, it's good against Dustmane here, but not much else, because there's double Rock and double Fairy. And you have no idea what type Lycanroc does this. So. We're going to game 2, so let's see what happens here. So this time it's different lead. We see Togetic Araquanid versus T-Tar Azumarill. So both kind of changing the leads up a bit. We see a switch straight to Lycanroc. Araquanid protects. And that's a great read going for the Iron Tail. I am stunned they're going Iron Tail and not Iron Head, because I'm pretty sure it gets Iron Head. If not, like, it gets something else to hit. It gets something else, right? To hit fairies, right? Like, it's not just Iron Tail. I'm sure it gets Iron Head or Poison Jab. Like, it feels risky to go for Iron Tail. But that's a great first turn for Amoonguss. So they're already in a great position. We see the Follow Me come out, and that's where a lot of damage output is lost. Z-move goes into the Follow Me, and essentially wastes the Z-move. And there goes the Lycanroc, which is huge. As a huge offensive powerhouse just gone, with the Z-move just being lost immediately into a Follow Me. If the Azu went for, like, Aqua Jet first, that would make a lot more sense. But yeah. Now we see Necrozma come in, and Monferno come in. Fake out into the switching in T-Tar, and we see Hidden Power come out. I am trying to think what Hidden Power that would even be. My guess is Ground, but if you're running Ground Hidden Power, like, that means you're not running, like, you've got to be running, like, so Sunsteel Strike, HP Ground, I have to guess. I can't think of anything else, because it's not Psychic. I doubt it's Flying. Water, doubt it. And that's like it I can think of. Because Fire's weak to Water, Ground, Rock. But it's not weak to Rock. And then Fire's weak to... Yeah, so like there's no way it's any... Or I guess it could be... No, there's not Hidden Power for Fairy. So yeah, like, it's gotta be Ground. Which also means if you're going for that, there's no way you have Psychic Stab. We see the Liquidation does a good chunk to the T-Tar. Yveltal comes in. The last cat... The Cheshire. We get the crit Dark Pulse, which I don't know if that mattered because of Prism Armor. Prism Armor is, it, like, lowers the damage of super effective moves. That may have actually mattered. And we see a Blizzard come out. Which doesn't do a lot there. Interesting we see no Rock Slide of any kind, though. So you Sucker Punch come out into Azu. I'm not sure why they didn't go for an Oblivion Wing, knowing they were faster, unless they were fearing an Aqua Gent. But, like... I don't think an Aqua Jet would have KO'd, so probably didn't need to go for it. And we see the Toxic come out, and that's pretty much game, because you can just, like, we know now it's not choiced. We see the miss there. I don't think that mattered. Like, if this is a really bulky Araquanid, I don't think that mattered. Because Araquanids can be built very bulkily. Like, they are, like, not exactly frail. They actually have good HP and defense. So, like, a bulky Araquanid, especially if you're going for Protect Toxic, like, probably does take that. Did we see it switch moves at any point? Maybe it is banded. Maybe it is banded. If so, if it was banded, then maybe it KOs, but yeah. But we see a game 3. We've seen King JDSB actually be fairly lucky. They've got a fair few crits and things like that, so... Let's see how this third game goes. This time we see Toxic Garchomp. So we see all the Pokemon making an appearance here. Whereas, King JDS has really neglected the Rabombi and the Silvally And I think that's a really good adaptation. Like, JDS has really kind of recognized what they want to bring and has kind of started to realize this is what I want to bring instead. So he switched straight into a Zoom World. This is Mega Garchomp, which is actually going to take it's going to take massive advantage of Sand. We see a crit Stone Edge come out. That, I'm going to say, also mattered, because Azu's not going down to a Stone Edge from a Lycanroc otherwise. So yeah, like a bit of luck in the reverse favor there. We see Fake Out come out, just to make sure Aqua Jets aren't happening. See the Z move come out, and that is going to take out Monferno. I don't even know if he needed the Z move there. But we see a Poison Jab come out. Yveltal's going to come in, so it's already down 2-4. Sucker Punch to take out the Azu. Make sure no Aqua Jets are going off. Misses a Stone Edge, which is huge. I'm not sure if that would KO, because Yveltal's fairly bulky. It's got a good HP stat and like decent defenses. But it's a pretty big Stone Edge miss, and now you're down to your last two. And we see it's Silvally Steel. So, Flash Cannon comes out. We see the EQ, which is going to do good chunk to Silvally. Take out the Silvally, and we see the Blizzard come out, which takes out the Garchomp. But that means both Dark types are in, and we have not seen a Rock type move from this T-Tar. We see the Blizzard come out, and we're not seeing any Rock Stab from this T-Tar, and I think that is going to be the downfall of this T-Tar. It was a very, very close set. Like, it had to be some kind of mixed T-Tar with, like, Pursuit. We saw Pursuit and Blizzard. It's not often you really see Special T-Tar, but especially not bringing Rock Stab here was huge for JDS, because they brought 3 Rock Weeks. So the Lycanroc put in a lot of work, whereas the T-Tar really couldn't, because it was using Blizzard and got off a single Pursuit, which granted the Blizzard took out a Mega Garchomp, which it wouldn't really do otherwise, but it didn't do nearly enough as to Yveltal, whereas say a Rock Slide would. Or even a Stone Edge. So yeah. That was a very, very close set. There was definitely some hacks thrown around here and there. There's a few crits, a few Stone Edge misses. So, like, you can't say it's definitely a perfect game, but this is Pokemon. Like, things like this are going to happen. But I think what JDS did was adapt to the situation, realize that they need to make sure they weren't bringing so many Rock Weeks, which is why, like, sure, they didn't bring the Guardi at any point, which I don't blame them. The Guardi wasn't really going to be that great in this matchup. But I think adapting and bringing the Garchomp over the Arachnid was a good call, because they realized how much, like, pressure the Lycanroc could put on. And interesting for Among Us to leave behind Duskmane and bring Silvally instead. I'm not sure why they did that. I would have probably just stuck with same 4, unless you had a plan to do something with Rabombi. So yeah, we see this Bacon Bird in action, and really how good it can be, just because, like, you see it's mixed. Like, it's got the Sucker Punch, it's got the Dark Pulse, it's got the Oblivion Wing, and it's fairly tanky, so... but that will do it for this video. So that is JDS taking their first win in the league. The first battle in the league to getting the first win. So yeah. That will be our minors highlight match for the week. And I will see you guys in the next video. So take it easy.